My courtesy and respect to all the participants, especially to Professor Kathy May Tupero, for inviting us to join this prestigious virtual event. It is a great honor and privilege to be part of this research. Allow me to present to you our research. I am John Mark L. Corpus, teacher in charge of Batasan Elementary School. With me is Ma'am Melody Carodin, my co-author. Our title is 4Ps, Pag-asa sa pagbasa sa panahon ng pandemya. Its effectiveness in improving the reading performance of pupils in Batasan Elementary School. This study aimed to determine the effectiveness of pag-asa sa pagbasa sa panahon ng pandemya or 4Ps program in improving the skills of the pupils. Using quasi-experimental research design, it involved 41 pupils with frustration level in Batasan Elementary School. The data were treated using frequency count mean percentage t-test for dependent sample and thematic analysis. The results showed that there is a significant difference between the reading performance of pupils before and after the implementation of the 4-piece reading program. The results further revealed the following themes regarding the experiences of the pupils in the 4-piece program: high participation of the pupils in the program, commendable attitudes of the tutors, provision of quality reading materials and support, and strong parental intrinsic and extrinsic support. This study concludes that the 4-piece program is effective in improving the reading performance of the pupils. It is recommended to enhance and sustain the said program to improve the reading performance of pupils of Batasan Elementary School in the said program. It can also be used by the other schools with reading problems encountered. For the context and rationale, the basic education in the Philippines faces recurrent problems like shortage of textbooks, facilities, classrooms, academic adjustments, teaching learning process application, and most especially in reading, particularly in early grades. In 2018, global survey called Program for International Assessment or the PISA among 600,000 pupils worldwide, Filipino students around age of 15 got a rating of 340 points in reading comprehension, lower than the average of 487 points. Debit Order number 45 series of 2002, we call this the ICRES, or Every Child a Reader program, aims to equip elementary pupils in public schools with strategic reading and writing skills to make them independent young readers. In Batasan Elementary School, Kiambawan District, 41 out of 284 or 14.44% belongs to frustration reading level. Pupils have difficulty in deciphering and recognizing words, understanding sentences, and reading. They were very hesitant and confused when naming and pronouncing letters to recognize words. They are also difficult to mix up and seem to rely on memorizing a certain word when reading. A reading intervention is deemed necessary to meet the needs, uh, student reading needs. This study aims to determine the effectiveness of the pag-asa sa pagbasa sa panahon ng pandemya or 4-piece program in improving the reading performance of pupils in terms of word recognition and comprehension. Moreover, this also aims to determine the aspect of the program that needs improvement for the betterment and success of all pupils involved. For our innovations, intervention and strategy, 4Ps or Pag-asa sa Pagbasa sa Panahon ng Pandemya program is one of the strategic and innovative program of Batasan Elementary School. This program means hope in reading despite of COVID-19 pandemic. The goal of the program is to provide opportunities to our grade 3 to 6 pupils for assistance in learning, remediation, and enhancement of the reading abilities. This will also cater the identified struggling readers based on the pre-reading assessment results in grade 3 to 6 for the school year 2021-2022. This program is delivered through Learning Package. The Learning Package is structured in 5 learning units, including the introductory part. The 5 learning units are as follows: the activities, we have the assessment, monitoring, and evaluation, the mode of verifications, and legal basis or references. Our action research question: this research aimed to determine the improvement of the reading performance of learners under 4-piece program of Bantasan Elementary School, Kiambawan District, Sarangani Division. Specifically, the study sought to answer the following questions. Number one, what is the level of the reading performance of learners before 4-piece program was implemented? Number two, what is the level of reading performance of the learners after the 4-piece program was implemented? And number three, what is there a significant difference in the level of reading performance of the learners before and after the implementation of the 4-piece program? And number four, what are the experiences of the learners in the implementation of the 4-piece program? Our participants and the sources of data and information are the 41 identified struggling readers of Batasan Elementary School, or 41 pupils, residing at the Forok Waterfalls, Casfala, Mapangal, Lardizabal, and Lafasen under Barangay Batasan, Kiamba, Sarangani Province. Data gathering procedure is quasi-experimental research design. This is a 4-month implementation. For research instruments, we use the PhilRIR, or what we call the Philippine Informal Reading Inventory, Filipino Oral Reading Tool, interviewed questionnaire tailored by the researchers. The locale of the study is Batasan Elementary School, and we use the purposive sampling technique. The data gathering procedure that we use is that we send formal letter of permission to the division office, and then we administer PhilErie, pre-test, and post-test. We conducted interview, and the data were tabulated, analyzed, and interpreted. For statistical treatment, we use the t-test. Table 1, the level of performance of pupils before the 4-piece program was implemented, shows that most of the respondents belongs to frustration reading level with a 41 out of 41, or 100% total number. Furthermore, most of the frustrations are in grade 3, 4, and 5. This implies that majority of the respondents are frustration readers, and also most of the respondents can read but cannot decode and recognize words, even comprehend phrases. Data presented, there is a need for intervention in order to improve the reading performance of the pupils of Batasan Elementary School. Table 2, level of reading performance of pupils after 4-piece program was implemented. The data shows that 7 out of 41, or 17.07%, belong to frustration level, while instructional level is 29 out of 41, or 70.72%, and a notable 5 out of 41, or 12%, belong to the independent level. Most of the respondents belong to instructional level, and most of the respondents can decode letters, recognize words, and can comprehend. These findings agrees that through the implementation of the 4-piece reading program, pupil skills in reading improve, and it proves that the program is very effective. The table 3 shows that there is a significant difference in the reading performances of the learners before and after the implementation. Given a t-value of 9.32 and the p is lesser than 0.05, this implies that 4-piece program would most likely contribute to the improvement of the reading performance of learners and enhance the reading capability of learners in a remarkable impact. 4 teams emerged on the experiences of learners in the implementation of the pag-asa sa pagbasa sa panahon ng pandemya. Number 1, high participation of the pupils in the program. Number 2, commendable attitude of the tutors. Number 3, provision of quality reading materials and support. Number 4, strong parental and intrinsic and extrinsic support. Number 3, 4-piece reading program is significantly improved in reading performance of the pupils after the implementation. With this, it is recommended to continue and maintain the efficacy and effectivity of the reading program as to the quality tutors, length of time, and appropriateness of tools. The researchers are willing to share the 4-piece reading program to others concerned schools and other stakeholders that need or needs reading intervention to the reading problem. Number 4, the pupils have experienced satisfaction and quality learning under the 4-piece reading program. The respondents' reading performance have a dramatic improvement while experiencing happiness and enjoyment to the activities. The tutors are friendly and knowledgeable enough to cater the needs of the pupils. Parents are very supportive to the pupils. For our recommendations, it is recommended that the program be used and implemented to all frustration readers in all grade levels. Number two, the program must establish in an engaging, motivating context, which is to teach reading. Number three, linkages from internal and external stakeholders must continue to for provision of supplementary reading materials and financial aid. The program must be sustained in order to meet the demands and challenges of the present time. Number five, the program must emphasize to the learners the value and love for reading. And lastly, number six, it is recommended to have a knowledgeable, friendly, and committed tutors that will give a good learning ambience to the learners. For the reflection, to address the problem in the delivery of learning and instruction, the Department of Education implements the modular distance learning of education. This was created to ensure that the learners can learn and continue their schooling despite of the COVID-19 pandemic. To address this problem in reading, the Division of Sarangani implemented the Read at Home program. This is very strategic intervention has been a boon to the 4,444 struggling readers and parents who are unable to concentrate on supporting their children in the modular distance learning program. Batasan Elementary School adopted and implemented the Sarangani's Department Home Reading Program and renewed it to ensure its sustainability. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, according to Nelson Mandela. Thank you, and God bless us all.